Okay, so what is the difference between the private and public sector? Anyone can share with me? What is public sector? What is another word for public sector? Government, yes, very good. So you just have to remember anything is related to government is public sector, like police, fire department, all these organizations, they are also organization, all right? Right, so this is under public sector, like LHDN, they are also public sector. Private sector is owned by private, like owned by you, owned by company, right? All these are private sector. All the commercial are private sector. Control, right? Owner versus manager. All right, so for sole trader, who are the owner? The owner is the owner, right? The owner is also the manager. All right. How about the public limited company? Is the owner also the manager? No. All right. So who are the owners of public limited company? Shareholder. You buy the share, you are the owner. Do you run the company? No, the CEO run the company. Correct. So you are the owner, but you are not the manager. Correct. Understand? So this you create what issue? Agency problem. All right. This will create agency problem because the manager run the company. Is it at the best benefit for the owner? Yes or no? If yes, there's no problem. If no, there's a problem. Okay, because you are the manager. You are the manager. You are supposed to put the shareholder or the owner benefit at the top priority. But if you are the manager, you are not the owner. Do you have the selfish things? Do you make a bad decision that you benefit yourself but not the owner? Do you do it? The correct answer is no. But in the real life, we don't know. All right. So in the correct answer is you must do the decision which is most benefited to the shareholder. All right. So correct. So if not, there's an agency problem because this problem occurs or this problem exists in real life. That's why we will learn later on in the syllabus. You also will learn agency problem. Okay. So activity, manufacturing versus services. All right, very clear cut. Profit versus non-profit orientation. Commercial definitely is profit. Other organization maybe they want to provide free legal service. They want to provide free medical service at those rural area, giving education to those underprivileged children. All right, so all these are example of not-for-profit. Legal form. So in terms of legal form, is limited company or partnership or different type of, like just I mentioned, sole trader, partnership, public, private, limited. Okay, all these are different legal form. When you need to register with SSM, so this is you need to choose what kind of legal form you want to form the business or company. Okay, size from small business to multinational, from sole trader, partnership, private limited to public limited, like small to big. Source of finance. Okay, what is the source of finance as a business? Capital. You own money, or you can get loan from the banks. All right, you can sell share. All right, you know what is IPO? Initial public offering. So when you do IPO, then everyone buy your share, and then the money give to the company. Then company have a lot of money. So this is the source of finance as well. All right, government funding, like all the grants. Okay, so all these are the source of the finance for an organization. Technology, whether you use a lot of technology or you didn't use much of the technology. A burger store compared to the company, factory manufacturing the chips, the level of use of the technology is totally different. Okay, so different organization, it differs in many ways. These are the ways. Okay, right, sectors. one of the learning outcome in this chapter is different sector. We need to understand different industry, different sectors. So we just go through, like, there are so many sectors or so many industry in the real life. There are agriculture. Agriculture is producing the food, like from all the growing the plants, the paddy field, everything. All this agriculture. Manufacturing. So you acquire raw material and then you add value added process. Okay, then turn into a product. Okay, so this is manufacturing. Extractive. So this one is to extract the material from the earth. This is also called mining. Energy, we are also one of the energy producer in the world. So we have a lot of petroleum. Okay, so that one is actually extractive. All right, this one energy is convert the coal to the electricity, like our TNB. Okay, retailing. So retailing means selling to the end consumer. End consumer is those who buy it, use it, all right, not to resell it to other people. Okay, so retail means end consumer, you sell it to the person who buy it and use it. Intellectual production, like all the movie, music, okay, so intellectual property. Service industry, or everyone, including those providing services by human, is under this service industry. Okay, so like the legal, the lawyer, all these are under service industry. Information technology, for example, all these computer, hardware, software, all these different industry. All right, so we just very straightforward, right? So we just go through it. Type of business organization. All right, commercial is all the businesses and company who focus on profit. Okay, this one focus on profit. Not for profit, then they have their own goals, like the free legal service, free medical service, or education for the underprivileged. Public sector is for government, charities, right? They organize, they will donate or they will support the underprivileged family, maybe the necessities, or provide food to the homeless, all right? All these charity. Trade unions. What is trade unions? Previously, very straightforward, but trade union is what? What is the meaning of union? Union is the word union. Together, right? Union is together. United. Union. They form a union. They come together. So they come together. This one actually not only the trade. The trade union is not about like business trading union. Trade union is actually protect the employee benefits. Okay. So, for example, the factory workers, they are very low skilled, they are very easily replaceable. Okay? So, okay, one day the worker feel like they are underpaid. They go to talk to the boss, please increase my salary. You are the boss. What will you think? If you are not happy, please leave. There are people queuing up, want to get the job, right? The negotiation power is not that big. But if let's say all the workers come together, they form a union, then the union leader like have a meeting with everyone, then everyone come out with a proposal, like what they want to fight for. Then the union leader go to the boss. You are the boss. You see the union leader represent everyone. They said they want this and that. So will you take it seriously, or will you like at least give consideration compared to one person come? Yes, right. Correct. So this is trade union. Trade union, like in government also they have this QPAC. Also is called trade, one of the trade union. Okay. So for the government one, they will fight for the benefits or benefits of the public servant. So if you read news, you see like the QPAC chairman, they will give some speech, like what the government should do, what the government should take care of the public servant. All right, if you notice news, once in a while they will come out and they will fight for the public servant benefits. Okay, so same thing in commercial, they also have these trade unions. Then local, yes. Yes, you need to register. So how to register? Registration, Department of the Trade Union Affair. Yeah, you need to register. Okay? So actually this is to protect the employee benefits. Alright? Yeah. Okay, very good questions. Alright, so it's good that you explore. If let's say you got any questions, you explore in details what is trade unions, how it forms, everything. This is very good for you. Okay. Then local authority. What is local authority? Like Subang Jaya Municipal MPSJ. All these are local authorities. If you want to set up a burger store, you need to apply for license. Where you apply? Local authority. Where you want to set up the store, you need to apply from that local authorities. Okay, then they need to fulfill their requirement. Okay, different local authority might have different requirement. Okay, NGO, non-governmental organization. Right. In exam, they like to ask cooperative and mutual association. All right, please take note. Highlight this one. All right, this one, like 90% will ask one. They like to ask this. All right, cooperative and mutual association. What is cooperative? Trade union and these two, they like to ask. Trade union and also cooperative. Cooperative and mutual association is a similar, very, very similar. Just that mutual association is more to financial. But cooperative is what? Have you heard about koperasi? In your secondary school, a lot, definitely got koperasi, right? What is koperasi? Who run the koperasi? Actually, all right, koperasi, actually cooperative is those who are the producer, for example, the farmer. When you, most of the time, the farmer, when they sell their the products, most of the time, middlemen get a lot of profits, right? So, if let's say this farmer, they can come together, all right, then they form a cooperative, then they sell out a market nearby their area, then people can straight away buy from the farmer. So, do you think the cooperative can earn better compared to the farmer sell to the middleman? Yes, right, because you can sell at higher price, so the profit that earned by the middleman actually can benefit to the farmer themselves. Right, so this is one example of cooperative. When people come together, they form a cooperative, then they can sell their products. All right, so this one, the keyword, the things that they like to ask is, what are the features of cooperative? Cooperative is similar to a public limited company, right? Everyone is the owner. Because in cooperative, everyone is the owner, right? So the public limited company, all the shareholder is the owner. Okay, the difference between the public limited company and the cooperative is, shareholder, you can buy a lot of share. One person can buy a lot of share. Then one person, the voice is bigger. But cooperative, one person only, one vote. One person, one vote. This is the questions they like to ask. One person, one vote. Remember the difference is the public limited company. You got many shares, you can got many votes. But for the cooperative, one person, one vote. If you want to quit the cooperative, you cannot sell the vote to another person. Then he got two votes. No, you quit, then you quit. Your vote, then the vote is gone. So one person is only one vote only. So this is the main difference that the exam like to ask. Okay, right? So understand or not? Okay, understand? All right. So next, activity 2, type of business organization. Identify one real-world example of each of the above category of organization. Okay, so same thing. I give you 2 minutes. You think about it. Then I will ask you guys to share. Actually, I give the example already. No need so you guys can go back and try to think of a few company or a few more example from here. We will move on. Next, key sources of difference between profit and not for profit. Okay. Okay, key difference between the profit and not for profit. Okay, so the owner and the stakeholder. So the owner of the profit organization is what? Who are the owner for the profit organization? Capital provider, the shareholder or the owner Okay, so for sole trader is the boss So if let's say the public limited is the shareholder who buy the share. Alright, correct. So the person who provide the capital. Then for the not for profit, normally there is a board. There is a board to decide what are the decision to make. Okay, and then the stakeholders. The stakeholder for the profit is those who, for example, those who buy. Buyer is also the stakeholder for the profit. But for the not for profit, there's no buyer. There's no buyer, right? For not for profit, there's only beneficiaries who are being helped by the not for profit NFP organization. Source of funding for profit revenue, the profit they sell the product, then they earn the profit. But for NFP is donation. Normally they get donation because they cannot generate profit. They didn't sell the product. All right, those who help have no money to provide to them. They need to receive only. Goals. Okay. Very easy for the profit oriented. The primary goal for profit oriented is to maximizing shareholder wealth, means earn the highest profit. While not-for-profit is the provision of the goods and services. So the goal for the not-for-profit is actually, like I said just now, how many person you can help. For example, 1 month you are given 10,000. How many person you can help? If you run it efficiently, you maybe can help 20%. If you run it not efficiently, maybe you only can help 1 person. So this is the difference. Not-for-profit also got KPI. It's not that, no need to earn revenue. There's no pressure. No, there's also KPI for NFP. How many person you can help by giving the same amount of money? Correct? It's just not simply spend the money. How many food you can produce to the homeless, for example? How can you minimize the cost? Okay? So there are difference also. The goals also is there, the KPI. Alright, so as I mentioned just now, profit focus or value for money, the efficiency that I mentioned just now. Okay? The technology between the profit and not profit. Okay, so next we look at the public sector. Public sector is very easy. It's run by government, either it's local or national. Right, so they are described as public sector. All other organizations are classified as private sector. So very easy for this one. Next, limited liability company. Right. So limited liability, as we learned just now, there are 2 types. One is public, one is private. So private limited company in Malaysia, what will you see after the name of the company? Sendirian Berhad, SDM PhD, Sendirian Berhad. So you can see the words Berhad is called Had. HUD is limited. Alright, HUD is limited. So Sendirian is private, sendiri, sendiri, sendirian, sendirian, private, limited company. So Sendirian Berhad, private, limited company. The word itself you can know. So what is the words after the company name for the public limited company? Berhad. There's no Sendirian. Like Maybank, Malayan Banking, Berhad. So those are public listed company. Alright, Berhad, public listed company. Okay, so as you can see from there, private and public, the public limited company is those who are listed. Everyone in the public can buy the share. So private limited company is normally limited to who? Can public easily buy the private limited company share? No. Normally it's who are holding the share. The shareholder definitely. Who? Like you are the boss. Normally the owner, right? Normally who else are the shareholder? If you are the boss, who else are the shareholder of your company? Normally, if let's say you are Sendirian Berhad. Family, right? Family or friends or partners, that friends are, so who are work together to achieve the result of the company. So this is called Sendirian Berhad. Okay, let's go through the notes. So another keyword is separate legal entity. So it's like another person. It's another person. The company is another person, not you. Even though you are the shareholder, unless you did some wrongdoing, so you also can be sued because of the wrongdoing. But it's not about the liability. So it's a separate legal entity. Okay, so the key advantage is liability limited. Okay, as we discussed. So advantage is more money available from investment from the shareholder. Alright, like the IPO I mentioned just now. When you go public, when you sell your share, then the money that used by the shareholder to buy your share will go to the company. So imagine you issue how many shares? One share is 1 ringgit. Imagine you issue 1 million shares, then you will get 1 million ringgit. Alright, so a lot of money for a limited company. Alright, so easier to raise capital from bank. Alright, raise capital from bank is normally take loan. Easier to get loan from banks. Why? Because you are properly audited. The account is properly audited. Alright, so your account compared to sole trader, maybe you didn't have an account. Maybe just how much you earn today, then you just write down. So there's no properly audited account. So the bank cannot assess your risk. When bank want to offer you a loan, what they will do? Check your background. Why they want to check your background? Everything goes back to one word, is risk. Alright? If you are high risk, the interest for the loan is higher. If you are low risk, the interest for the loan is lower. That's why you will see why certain people get higher interest for their loan, some will get lower interest. Everything goes back to the risk. Okay, ownership and control are legally separated. Okay, investor need not run the company. So this is what we saw just now. The owner and the manager is different. Okay, so this one is owner, shareholder, the manager, control and legally control is the manager, the CEO. Separated, legally separated. You can become the owner, but you don't need to run the company. Disadvantage, greater administrative burden and cost. Definitely, you need to hire auditor. You need to hire more accountant to compile all the financial statement. All this is cost. All this involve cost. Okay, especially for listed entities, you need to get audited, and you need to submit the report to the Bursa Malaysia and SSM periodically. Lack of privacy, because you need to disclose your financial statements. Everything you need to disclose. Alright, so lack of privacy. Okay, so we have two types, private and public limited company. So in UK, because ACCA is from UK, the private limited company is X limited, or they call it LTD. So the LTD is limited. The LTD is limited. And public limited company, PLC, is the acronym of public limited company, PLC. Right? Compared to Malaysia is Berhad. All right. So private company are usually owned by a small number of people, like family members and friends, and not easily transferable because it's not on the Bursa Malaysia. Public cannot simply buy it. All right, for public companies, trade on stock exchange. So Bursa Malaysia is the stock exchange in Malaysia. All right, so for different country they have different stock exchange. Like NYSE, New York Stock Exchange, right? And then all these different country have different stock exchange. So if you want to list it in Malaysia, you need to go to Bursa Malaysia. Okay, so stock exchange is like a platform. Okay. So the director of the public company are less likely to hold a significant shareholding. All right, it's because the public listed company is too big. If let's say the director want to buy also, they might not able to buy a lot unless they are the founder. Okay, so normally the director like the CEO, CFO, COO, they are just employed by the company. So they don't really holding a huge share unless they really invested in it. But if you want to become a significant, it's definitely not easy because public listed company is very big. All right. Next, cooperative and mutual association. All right. So this one, as I said, exam like to ask. So please make sure you know. So they're owned by their workers or customer. Open membership. All right. Everyone can join. Democratic control, like I mentioned just now, this is the key point they like to ask. One member, one vote. They won't ask so directly. The answer won't be one member, one vote, but they will give you scenario. So the scenario you must distinguish. Is it describing one member, one vote? Okay, remember. So that's why you need to understand. Don't memorize. If you memorize the keyword one member, one vote, then you won't see it in the answer. The answer is maybe in the scenario form, like situation form. Okay. Distribution of the surplus in proportion to the purchases means, like I mentioned just now, the farmer, when they got a higher benefits because they remove the middleman, then the additional amount, then they will distribute among the farmer. How they distribute among the farmer depends on how much your contribution . If you contribute more, you get more. Contribute smaller, you get lower. Okay. Promotion for education, they will improve the knowledge sharing. Okay, and then the social goals, they also want to everyone have a better standard of living. Okay, so the key point here is one member, one vote. Remember, okay, one member, one vote. So as you can see, they also compare with limited companies. Okay, so they also have the similar to limited companies because of democratic control, like the shareholders, they're holding share. Okay, then they also have vote, but the shareholder can have many votes. But here, cooperative, you only have one vote.